Hey, I'm Jim Cara from Original Cara Hot Rod Guitars, and today we're going to answer all the questions you had about the pedal, the Cara Clapton pedal. What we did with this was we put an original Fender Mid-Boost inside every box. What this is the boost that comes right out of the Clapton custom shop guitar, also comes out of the Buddy Guy guitar. Before, you had to buy the guitars with the boost inside in order to get that tone that Clapton's getting out of his strats, that tone that boosts the mids and boosts the frequencies that kind of give you that drive he had with his 335s that he had with the humbucker style guitars. You could buy it as an accessory part from Fender, but you had to install that board inside your guitar. That made it only useful for that particular guitar. And in addition, the pickups always ran through that circuit. There was no way of really turning it off. Putting it in this box, besides having this ultra cool vintage look and feel to it with the blacky look, white print on it, almost like a white pickguard look and feel. You got a true bypass circuitry that not only gives you direct input to output with the switch, it also disconnects the battery power to the circuit board, so there's nothing going through the circuit board, nothing drawing anything on your guitar or putting additional weight on that battery when you're not using it. I've got a 15 watt Marshall amplifier here, nothing great, and a $99 Stratocaster fresh out of the box. The ends of the frets are still a little prickly to me, but I just want to give you a sense of how this thing works. If it's going to work great with this guitar and that amp setup, it's going to sound great with the stuff you're trying to use. First thing I'm going to do is show you this guitar set up in this little amplifier. As is, the pedal's not on. Go through basically the same thing I just did there, and I'm going to put on the Clapton pedal. You're going to hear exactly what's going to happen without that much boost and gain right now, but it's going to show you how it's enhancing the frequencies and the tone of these pickups to bring it up to a humbucker style. I'm just going to give you like an A power chord style thing in the number 2 position on the switch. It's going to be the neck and middle pickups. The difference in the tone that it makes to a Stratocaster is unbelievable. That's not even using any part of the gain in the pedal. All that's doing is using the mid-boost frequencies. When you start bringing the gain up on this, it's amazing the sustain that you're going to get out of the amplifier and the guitar put together. It also has a TBX built into it. If you're not familiar with the Fender TBX, it was a passive circuitry that Fender put in their guitars. When you rolled back the tone control, it would boost the highs, not actually boost them, but it would roll off some of the lows. When you pulled the tone control in the opposite direction, it would totally cut the highs like a normal tone control would. I'm just going to show you, this does have that built into it because that was on the Fender custom shop Clapton guitar also. The 3 controls are volume, TBX, and mid-boost. You can keep it right there. Let me show you a little something. So you get the difference there. You're going to be actually rolling off some of the lows on that end of the TBX, rolling off the highs on this end of the TBX. Next, I'm going to show you some of the high gain stuff that it does. I'm going to take the boost up. Sound out of a Stratocaster, you would have thought it was unbelievable. You never would have worked. Let's try the same lick, like a Santana kind of thing, on a Strat, without the pedal on, with no... It's hard enough getting it out of a Strat, but being a bad player and getting it out of a Strat's even worse. So I'm sure you do a lot better with that. But here's what you could get out of it. If this could fix me, it could certainly do a lot better for you. Same settings. That's not even taking it up that much with the gain or the boost. I'm going to take it up a little bit more. That amp gain was all 1. I'm going to bring up the amp gain a little bit more, and you're going to get a totally fat out Les Paul kind of a tone with this thing. It's amazing. Tone that like ZZ Top will be happy with to play on a Strat. It's amazing. And there you go back to the Strat tone. Like any distortion pedal is going to give you. Not only does it give you the TBX control, but you see what it does. It alters a lot of the frequencies in a Stratocaster and fattens it up to the point that it sounds like you're using humbucker pickups with a tremendous amount of gain. Modest gain if you pull back the mid-boost, and certainly a real clean output if you turn it off. You're back to your original Stratocaster no matter how weak the pickups are going to be. It's a great choice for Stratocaster owners, a terrible choice if you got a humbucker guitar and you're thinking this is going to give you some gain. It adds all the wrong frequencies. It does absolutely everything wrong to a Les Paul or a humbucker style guitar. It does everything right to a Stratocaster style guitar. You're going to be extremely happy with it. www.caraguitars.com. That's where we have them for sale. They're $329. They're handmade. They're hand wired. Every one of them doesn't go out of here unless one of us guys here puts it together, puts it in the box, tests it, and makes sure you're happy with it. Thanks for paying attention. Become a better player. Get yourself a Clapton.